Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gordon Rink. It's Phillips Andover 1, St. Paul 0. The Big Red have yet to win a hockey game when trailing after 2 periods. Now would be the right time. A huge game between the number 1 ranked in the large school, Phillips Andover. St. Paul sitting at number 6, and this game could have playoff implications down the road at the end of the season, but St. Paul's will start the period on a 1-minute and 40-second power play. That might help them out. It's looked pretty good all night, and they'll start with a fresh sheet of ice. This packed crowd at Gordon Rink on a Friday night. They're waiting to celebrate their first goal of the game. The teams will meet at center. And we will get ready to go. The face-off between Owen Stadheim, number 9, and William Hughes, number 9. I need to make sure Mark Mankey's in the box, and he's going to step off the bench and into the penalty area right now. I think he just might have drawn a blank on that one. He's in for a hunk at the end of the period. I thought there was going to be penalties on both sides. The referee gestured as so, but they never assessed one to St. Paul's. And the Big Red, wearing purple tonight in honor of suicide prevention, will go up a man, and they'll start with Eric Simpson up the right side. He's got some speed, flying in, cross-seam pass, will head out towards the point. Stadheim trying to keep it in, he won't, and it'll come right back out. I think it was intended for Menez. Stadheim then fans on the puck. He's guarded by Hughes at center. Cutting back now, and he'll start up the middle. Stadheim shifting gears to the left. 1 minute and 8 seconds on this penalty now to Menke. Sacklad driving it back to the point, and it's Julian Menez. Sacklad, right circle, waiting, sends it back across. The intended target was Simpson at the left post, and it never made it to him. Sacklad now, he'll go to the corner with Charlie Spencer, win the puck, it'll go around the boards. Julian Menez on the right point to meet it. Stadheim up top, McLeody outside for Simpson, a sharp angle, and it goes off the outside of the net and rings all the way back up and around. Julian Menez tracking back for it. They sounded that horn in the middle of the shot by Simpson, trying to distract the goaltender Charlie Archer, who has been stellar, stopping all shots sent his way, and there have been some difficult ones. The crowd trying to do everything they can to help out their team right now. Legal or not, I suppose. I don't know if they can actually sound a horn in the middle of the game like that. Oh well. Dumas nearly got hung up and drew a penalty there. No call, and it's Simpson instead. He missed Owen Stadheim, and now Max Dumas over here on the right point to take it. Menez bounced off the stick of Sacklad and right into the glove of Charlie Archer. Just a goaltending matchup if I've ever seen one, folks. Andy Barron had to make some great stops in the first period. And he did. But it's been Charlie Archer making the shutout here. There's a drive deflected in front, trying to get it off the glass. Was Culver, but he couldn't knock it in, and Archer's got it in his glove again, taking a bit of a skate with it before heading back to his cage. Barron was good. St. Paul's controlled the second period after that. And it was Charlie Archer having to be stellar, and he has been. Another shot through traffic by Dumas, never made it to the goal with a froth of purple and white jerseys near that white face-off circle. Max Dumas stepping up in the offense. Russell comes over to cover him, and Cooper Flinton to cover Russell. Now there's 4 guys back for St. Paul's. 3 charge ahead for Andover, and it's Manti gaining the blue line, ripping one in. Took an odd hop in front of the goal. I think he was in front of the goal. Look out here. Top of the slot with the shot is Hughes. The rebound kicks out to the point. Picking it up there is Vannery. They'll go in deep with it. Right below the crowd. Vannery back up top now as St. Paul's will clear at the length of the ice. Arm is up for icing, and the whistle has blown as well. St. Paul's will not change here, and the face-off will come right in front of the crowd, it looks like. They've slowly expanded it. I said earlier in the broadcast, dinner was from 5:30 to 7:30. Yes, dinner was from 5:30 to 7:30, so for the first 30 minutes of the game or so, it was a smaller crowd, and then as people finished their meal, they came over, walked the short distance between the rink and the dining hall, and it is packed here for this third period right now, and they're trying to throw all their support behind their team down 1-0. It's Cooper Flynn getting away from a check. They actually took the check, I should say. That's Bryson Russell backing up with it. Sweeps on his right. Russell trying to get away from Carso. He can't. Still holding on to it. Stressing out Coach Bob Polisi on the bench there just a bit with all that puck handling, I think Russell was. He didn't look too pleased with it, just catching a bit of a reaction there. Look at Meadows fly. He's going to come in, bottom of the circle with the backhand, and the rebound came out that left side. It's loose, stolen by Sherman, the backhand, rebound loose. Meadows with a shot, stopped by Archer. My goodness. Has he been good or what? If you don't know his name, learn it. Shot out by Bussey. Charlie Archer has shut the door. There's no better way to put it. Here's Simpson trying to get in. Simpson with a shot. Rebound fair. Hung up trying to go to the goal. Looking for a penalty call. None forthcoming from the officials. And the other way goes McDonald. McDonald to the middle. McDonald with a shot. Blockered out. Bouncing in front of the net. Barron deflected that along the goal line with his stick. Boy, have these goalies been good, I'm telling you. You can probably draw that from the score at 1-0. But the saves they are making. Wow. There's McDonald, a nice move at center. McDonald got around Riley Drew. Puck trickled away from him though. Drew did enough of a job there. And freed the puck up. Clanging are Arkell and Stadheim as Dawson Arkell backs up on the puck. Sacklad too vicious on that stick check, and he's going to go off for a slash here. He knocks the stick out of the hands of Arkell, who really wasn't holding it very tightly. It's a slash no matter what, I understand. But Arkell was actually fumbling on his stick, if you saw that. Sacklad in the box and Andover to the power play. They're 0 for 2 so far. .27 purple slash. Scramble off the draw. St. Paul's comes up with it, and they're going to take another penalty. Interference is going to be the call as Bryson Russell touches up on it. It was somewhat in our blind spot, and Max Dumas is going to go to the box. Dan Murphy's got a couple words to say to the officials as well. This is a sticky situation now for the Big Red. 5 seconds into the minor to Sacklad, an additional minor to Dumas for interference. And a 1 minute and 55 second 5-on-3. Gotta think this is a pivotal moment in the game. St. Paul's down 1-0. An important kill if they look to stay within a goal. Down 2 players, and here we go. Left point, Gallagher on a cross. Andover looking to get it set up. In the middle is Manti. It'll come to the right point. Gallagher once more. He got the pass from Hughes. Hughes again with a shot blocked by Green. He's getting up now, but he's hurt. Green just a bit ginger there on the play. Puck will go to the corner, and Sweet will watch his man in that area. Matt Carso up top. Across for Gallagher on the near side. Give and go with Hughes, and there's a shot. Missed wide of the goal. Gotta think every stop, every block, and every miss goes towards the momentum of St. Paul's in front of their home crowd right now. Here's the whistle coming through. It's blocked by Sweet. He's gonna find it. Trickles to the goal, and Andy Barron's got it. That's what I mean, folks. Harrison Sweet down to a knee. He'll go off. He got the block and made the job easy for Andy Barron, who was faced with stopping Christian Powers. Let's go defense, the chant, and that is what's on the mind of everyone. Here in rooting for St. Paul's. They can't win the draw. I think actually they did. Simpson just put it right onto the tape of Spence. New unit out there for Andover entirely right now, and it's a one-timer stopped by Barron. Assayag let it go from the circle. Here's Spence once more, top of the dance. He'll go to Assayag, wrister, it's blocked, and down she goes. Wow! Eric Simpson with a bullet. He'll force Charlie Archer to touch it aside in Andover. Still 37 seconds to go in the 5-on-3. They'll work in rather quickly right now. Getting hung up on the puck is McDonald. It'll come back for Spence. St. Paul's can't clear it. That's Menke. Menke, a shot blocked by Russell, flipping up to the line and across the blue. Knocked down in midair by Charlie Spence. They're going to say it's high, and the faceoff is going to go down. What a kill going on right now for the Pelicans. Still 21 seconds to go. The three men out there are Menace, Sweet, and McElhenney. Menace won the draw, but Andover will gain possession as Menace couldn't hold out of it. Up the right side here. Here's Matt Carso. First unit right back out there for Andover. Sent to the net. Barron had to look around. He didn't seem to know where it was. Stepping into a drive here is Gallagher, deflected in front. The backhander comes through and it missed wide. Menez is there. Up and out she goes. Bussey trying to track it down. Two players out of the box for St. Paul's, and they have killed both the penalties off. What a job on defense from the Corps for St. Paul's, and they're going to try to start the other way. Menez couldn't get the tap up and ahead to a flying Malcolm Bussey. Good momentum for St. Paul's too. 11 minutes to go. They're within a goal, and thanks to the defense and their goaltender, that's the task. Look out for McDonald here. McDonald in the middle. It's a backhander from the slopes by Arkell. Andy Barron coming up big now. I can't help but smile, folks. I gotta be honest with you. If you love defense, this game is as romantic as it gets. If you love goaltending, it's as romantic as it gets. Here's Halliday with a good bounce, and it'll get out. Cooper Flinton watching as Charlie Spence winds around his own net. Flinton forced him to stomp up and go the other way now. 10:40 to go on the clock, and it's 1-0 Andover. Here, an intense and important one. Tracking it off his gate is Arkell. He'll go in on the right side, but Russell's there first. Arkell bumping Russell into the wall, throwing him off balance a bit now. Turnover on the boards. Andover trying to work it towards the middle of the ice. That was a no-go, and now Dumas will play it for Halliday on the left side. Halliday charging in. Halliday circles up, waiting for some help. Sends it across. Dumas is in. Couldn't get the shot now, and comes through, and Charlie Archer made the save with his shoulder. Oh, Dumas' mind just a bit faster than his stick right there. He was in a prime area but couldn't settle the good pass from Halliday. What a terrific play by the freshman, by the way. The pass from Sullivan misses Stadheim, and although Owens up there to touch the puck first, icing the call. And the St. Paul's bench is livid. I thought Stadheim was going to be far enough ahead to negate that puck. He touched it first. Nonetheless, icing the call. And with 10:02 on the clock, Andover in ozone draw. The shot is blocked. There goes Sacklin up the right side. John Sacklin waiting and firing. Stopped by Archer with the blocker. And away will go Andover the other way. In behind the defense there is Adsayak. As moving it ahead is O'Connell. O'Connell a drive. It went off the leg of Sullivan. Guillaume Deere out there right now. He'll push his man to the wall, freeing it up for Stadheim. Still loose in behind the St. Paul's goal. 9:39 to go. Sullivan trying to box out Adsayak in the middle of the ice as Andover tries to move the puck there. Instead it's at the line. And Gallagher will shoot it right back in deep. Dropped off by McDonald. They'll cycle it around. Across the top of the notch is Carso. It's knocked away by Sacklin. Simpson trying to get in. He's gonna get in. Simpson to the goal. A backhand. Stopped by Archer. He's on the puck again. It's Stadheim with a shot. Rebound there. And I think that was two saves by Charlie Archer. My goodness. Just a dandy. Look out here. Stopped by Barron. Matt Vannery. The latest attempt to beat a goaltender in this hockey game. It's been difficult. I'm telling you. Still 1-0. Off the draw, Harrison Sweet a bouncer, and then he'll clear it. Menez finishing the job for St. Paul's, trying to knock down the bouncing puck, but instead it's Christian Powers working in, trying to get by. He was knocked down, and I don't know about that one, folks. I have to agree with the home crowd here in an unbiased opinion. Powers was trying to drive through the middle lane, and there was no stick even in there by Harrison Sweet, but he's going to go off for a trip, and the coaches on the St. Paul's bench stunned, the fans unhappy. Not for nothing, but they might have a point. 28 purple trip, and they're trying to figure out the timing on the clock maybe. They put up 1 minute and 53 seconds for Harrison Sweet's penalty. Power plays have not been a strong point for either team in the game, although I will say not necessarily a strong point. Well, not necessarily have they not been a strong point, but nobody's been able to convert. Thanks to the great defense in this hockey game and great goaltending. And they're going to try to get 2 minutes up there right now. That might be the challenge. So we get a little bit of a break in the action. St. Paul's killed off 1 minute and 55 of 5-on-3 time not long ago, and they'll have to have another stellar kill here. Paul Tortorella trying to get a last-second change in there, and the referee, although he's distracted by the scorekeeper and the clock manager, he's not going to let that happen. Sending Asayag back to the bench. He was trying to go off there for Mike Gallagher. That would have made 5 forwards on the ice. Usually you see the power play with 4 forwards out there, just as it's the new offensive strategy, but 5 forwards. Shows you the mindset of Coach Paul Tortorella right now. He wants that second goal. Andover has not been able to bury it. They've let St. Paul's hang around. Just as Nobles did on Wednesday, although St. Paul's ended up tying that one but could not finish the job there. They do get the 2 minutes up at last. Maybe a good rest for a big kill and a big power play for both squads. And that's why Carso's got some energy on the puck. He's knocked to the ice by Dumas. No penalty on that. And now a chance. Stopped by Barron. Rebound to the slot. It bounced over the stick. Manti, who was coming in. And it's worked the other way by St. Paul's. Backing up with it is Charlie Spence. So Spence is the defender. So sorry, they would have had 4 out there. Although I think Spence was down playing the wing on the power play. Here's a centering pass. And it was knocked wide of the goal there by Christian Powers in front of the net. St. Paul's will clear it out to neutral territory. Thomas Manti backing up with it. 1 minute 27 seconds. Andover making a change. And it's Matt Carso winding it up. Trying to get around Joe Schubert, who got his stick in there. There's a break-in pass. Chance up the right side. Manti stops up. He didn't want to send one to the goal as Carso was headed to the corner rather than the front of the net. Carso now works to the goal. Centered it in front. The last second tap by Ty Little between the hash marks is stopped by Andy Barron. If you want to go back and tally how many times I've said stop by fill in the blank Archer or Barron, probably getting up there in the overused phrase department, but it is the best way. These goaltenders have been making frank saves. That's how I like to put it. They've just been making them. And making it look easy. And that's just the easiest way to put it. Simple saying for simple looking saves that aren't that simple. if that makes any sense at all. Up to the middle of the ice, there's a shot. Rebound comes off the wall, but the job by McDonald was blocked, and now Ty Green will make a good stick move and clear it, and here he goes. Ty Green with Sacklad. Green a shot, rebound for Sacklad. Comes back for Sullivan a shot, and it bounced off the body of Green in front. Andover had a short-handed opportunity on a 2-on-1 earlier this game. And a great opportunity there for 2 seniors. You know, they love to score, but nothing doing. And it's Asayag back the other way. Sacklad just couldn't settle that puck in front. Here's Green again. He'll just flip it ahead for Sacklad. Good kill so far for St. Paul's. Only 15 more seconds. And Sacklad is bumped hard, but he gets the puck deep. Good work down from one knee by number 27 in purple. What a hockey game here on a Friday night. Andover and St. Paul's, it's 1-0, and bump coming into the zone was Hughes. That will do it here for this Andover power play, and covering it up on it is Archer. So St. Paul's will get an offensive zone draw as a result of their hard work in the zone down to our left. .6:30 to play. Face off to the left of Charlie Archer as well. Owen Stadheim will dig in, and it looks like it's a tie-up. Andover will eventually get the puck, and it's skated up the left side, or rather passed up. Here's a break down the middle, trying to get a stab on it his powers, but he was falling. Now it's sent to the front of the goal. Simpson had it up in his midsection. He'll drop it and flip it. Up there, Halliday trying to settle the wildly bouncing puck. It did not go for him. Stadheim trying to cut one off. Dumas into the middle, picked off there, and it's Matt Carso trying to come in, but an offside against Andover. There you get your shot of the crowd, and that extends all the way over. And even on my right, the usually left neglected bleachers. I guess they're so far from the door, nobody ever wants to walk down to them. The extra 5 steps. They'll fill in this spot right where I am, though. They won't walk 5 steps to the other set of bleachers. But even that is filled in nicely. There's Assayag trying to catch up to the puck, but instead it's Macklin nearly turned it over to him. It is turned over, and Hughes will be the beneficiary of it. This will be an offside against Andover. They never really could get it all together. Down to 5 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. St. Paul's needs a goal. They need a goal. They have not been able to solve Charlie Archer tonight, but they've had good chances. And this crowd just waiting for them to break through. I have a feeling it has to happen at some point. Who's it going to be is the question. Good hit along the wall there by Harrison Sweet. Puck will trickle back for Teddy Macklin, who will drop it off for Joe Schubert. Stopping along the wall, he'll now cut towards the middle of the ice in the defensive zone and make a long pass for a tip by Julian Menez. Bussy will meet the puck in the corner, going to the front is Schubert. It's Menez instead for Bussy in front, trying to shoot it through the legs of Menez. It's bouncing up in the air, comes to the wall. Sullivan stepping in, 4:58 to play. Jake Fan on the shot, narrowly goes through the crease. Out the other side, Schubert for Guillaume Deere. Guillaume Deere for Schubert. Coming over there with a bit of momentum was Menke. He tied up Schubert, but can't get the puck out. There's an Andover player down in the defensive end. Here's Menez, and now they blow the play down. And Menez is livid. Before that, it was the Andover bench hot about the fact they had a player down, and the referees were initially sticking with the call that Andover has to touch the puck. But when Julian Menez got in the area and he had a chance to score, they blowed it dead, and that draws the ire of the crowd. That's an interesting one. I'd have to go and look at that. They realized, and the Andover player, of course, got right back up afterwards. And I'm not trying to, frame him in a criminal light by any means. But the rule is, Andover has to touch the puck to get the whistle there. Referees don't play it that way, though. Here's Flinton on the wall, sends it to the front of the net. There was a shot for the rebound. Culver couldn't get a stick on it. Not through traffic. Archer gets over there. Flinton will take the rebound off the blocker. 4:27 to play. Flinton fell to the ice, and Andover will take the puck. It's Matt Carso up the right side, trying to bury one, and bury St. Paul's here on their home turf. Green cutting to the middle around Matt Carso, and here he goes. Green that gets in, Tigran to the goal, scores! gentlemen. Could there be a more perfect time and a more perfect player? Ty Green the goal. St. Paul's has tied it. Here's Owen Stadheim, back for Sweet. His drive deflected for Sacklad, a shot, and it was blocked. Look at St. Paul's, they got energy now, working in deep. It's John Sacklad, back to the line. McElhenney, fumbling with the puck, and Andover will take over. So it's game on now, folks, 1-1, and the shot comes through. It's stopped by Andy Barron. Sean O'Connell had the ripper, and he's jousting it with John Sacklad, who's now having a conversation with the referee. Sacklad's stick somehow ends up in the corner of the play. I think he's arguing for a penalty call. And I think Dan Murphy is doing the same. What a hockey game here at Gordon. As dramatic as it gets. And Sacklad is headed off to the box. Wow. I didn't catch the scuffle with Sean O'Connell, but O'Connell is not going to the penalty box, and John Sacklad is. And nobody seems to know the call. The penalties in this third period have been a bit befuddling. I'm not going to lie. And, I try to keep an unbiased perspective. And I do believe when I tell you I don't know the call for Sacklad. I think that's what's befuddling me, that I don't know it, so I can't really justify it. But I've been confused a couple of times. Timeout here on Andover. Yes, on Andover. They take their timeout would be a more clear way to say it. They have not been able to score on any of their previous attempts. They've had quite a few, and I'm not going to count them up yet. They were 0 for 2 at the beginning of the period. They scuttled a 5-on-3 and another power play, so they're 0 for 5 in the game. Just have not been able to convert up a man, and we will see here if they can absolve their past troubles and score up a man. No break huddle, and the face-off will be off to the left. Oh no, there is no penalty. So Sacklad's in the box, but there's no penalty. 5 guys on the ice for St. Paul's. And just confusion. See, I'm telling you, everything is just confusing, ladies and gentlemen. No power play, but a chance! Stopped by Barron, the rebound's loose! Andy Barron with a huge stop there! And the rebound was loose in front too. He had to make 2 saves, actually, after a whipper from the line. Here's a chance in front again, trying to cut away. Was Manti, it didn't go, and here's Menace on the left side. Menace with Bussy going to the middle, a good poke by Andover. It'll stay in, and Schubert trying to reverse it. He puck didn't make it to Bussy. Instead, it's Menace skating along the outside again. 2:56 to play. Dumas is pinching it on the right side and trying to pass it to him, but it missed Max Dumas, and all the way down for Andy Barron. Barron will touch it aside after drawing Manti to himself. The stretcher goes up, but it's off the skate of Bussy and in. No icing. We're down to 2:40. Keep you updated on the clock here. That's important. A drama-filled one, and Ty Green's marker, a beauty, has tied the hockey game. Mankey across the blue line. It's loose in front of the crowd here in our blind spot. It'll come off the boards. Nice little move there by Schubert, cutting around. Mankey nearly stripped him. He did strip him out of the reach of Barron, and now Mankey will head in for the puck with McElhenney. Here's Cooper Flynn. He gains the red line, trying to gain more. Here he goes. That's Flynn coming in with a start, and it was stopped by Charlie Archer. Good chance for the freshman breaking through there. McElhenney across for Harrison. Sweet hit shot, deflected loose by Green. Looking for his second of the game in a crucial time. 1:55 to play. Green hustling to catch up to the puck, but he ends up falling. Mankey to the blue line, no further. Good keep by Harrison Sweet there. Mankey will now clear the zone. McElhenney decides not to touch it, so no icing is called, and St. Paul's will start from their own end, wearing purple tonight. In honor of suicide prevention, or for the cause of suicide prevention, I should say. Charlie Culver couldn't get a whack at it. Sweet then misses his intended target, and oh boy, icing St. Paul's in an offensive zone draw coming for Andover. St. Paul's down a man, not on the sheet of ice, but on the bench with John Sackler in the box for a phantom call. They didn't put it up on the scoreboard. I'm a bit confused. Something to do with a bit of pushing and shoving with Sean O'Connell, who went unpenalized on the play. Backhander off the draw. The rebound kicks loose for Carso, trying to catch up to it. Sweet falls down. Here's a chance for Andover. Backhand in front. Never made it to the goal. Barron is down. He's lost his stick, I believe. No, he has it. It's a St. Paul's player who's lost it. Culver blows an edge, trying to catch up to her. Down to 68 seconds to play. A game of chess. Great defense, great goaltending, and a great game. And we're still tied at 1, down 2 minutes to play, and the building goes silent. Maybe the calm before the storm. Here's Owen Stadheim gaining the blue. His shot, rebounds there, Stadheim, a backhander. He hit the crossbar off the elbow of the post, and Stadheim nearly ended it. Now it still misses a shot, rebound floats there again, and it was Stadheim who was stopped by Archer. My goodness. Stadheim came within an inch and had the puck go off the iron. If it had been just a bit lower, it might have gone bar down. It's bar up and bar out. 18 seconds to play. We could be headed to overtime. If St. Paul's can't convert, that's Russell. He's going to get it deep. Simpson's got to tag up and get onside. 10 seconds to go, and Simpson will hustle in. He's at the end of his shift right now. Crushing Spence into the boards. And, that is Gallagher, who's just trying to get to OT. One last stop by Stadheim. Stopped by Archer, and we are headed to overtime. We'll see you on the other side of the break, folks. Andover 1, St. Paul's 1 at the end of regulation.